What's going on, guys? Welcome to the film review of As Above, So Below, brought to you by the Ferris State Torch. I'm Richard Mead.
I'm Nichole Boehnke.
And I'm Ben Rettinhouse.
Alright, let's get this kicked off with my opinion going in. Really, I didn't know too much about the film going in until right before I walked into the theaters and I saw that it was a found footage film, and I was, dang, because I mean, looking at the trailer, it really doesn't seem like a found footage film. It does seem just like a regular shot, horror film kind of thing with a couple cool scenes, so I was interested. But then I found out it was a found footage film, and I kind of lost a little bit of the hype I had going in, and I was like, oh no, it's another found footage film. And that's kind of how I felt going in. Nichole?
I mean, after watching the trailer, I was just like, why am I making myself watch this? It looked terrifying. I don't know if it's because I watched the trailer like when it was dark outside and that added to everything, but I don't know. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, so maybe the trailer helped with that. Gave me the wrong impression almost.
Yeah, I knew this was found footage when I saw the trailer. I was not thoroughly impressed. That usually gives me motion sickness, and then like,
Oh yeah,
it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth after shit like Paranormal Activity, where it's like it's just not scary. It's just 2 hours of being lame, and this was not 2 hours of being lame. I was pretty surprised.
I agree with you.
I was very surprised. I mean, really, yeah, you're right. After Paranormal Activity 1, maybe it's just me, because I mean, there's been a lot of bad reviews about this film from what I looked at.
Yeah.
IMDb has it rated at a 6 right now, which I thought was higher than a lot of other things. Rotten Tomatoes is a 23%. 28%, which is horrible. I mean, which is really bad. I mean, that's not a fresh rating.
It's above Ninja Turtles, though.
Above Ninja Turtles. And so, maybe it's just me that I missed all of those really crappy found footage films, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself through this movie. The acting, what I said about the acting was that it wasn't like the boring cliche found footage acting where every character is incredibly stupid, and it's like, oh, there's a noise in that bush over there, let's go investigate.
I almost thought for a long time that wasn't even going to be that scary.
Yeah, it's more claustrophobia than it is scary for like the first hour.
Yeah, it is definitely, I thought that it was just like, oh, R rating? Really? Like, this isn't R rating? It's an R rating film.
I wouldn't have
I thought PG-13. I don't think they used their R rating. There might have been a boob shot in that little
No, you know
thing.
what it was, though? Because they said fuck quite a bit.
Oh, they did say fuck quite a bit.
So that's why.
Was it one time in a film, twice in a film, then it's an R.
So is this R now?
It's R now.
And they said it.
They said fuck twice.
We said fuck.
We said fuck twice.
We said fuck like 5.
Oh,
This is
no.
not R. This is
Hit that
scares. I think,
Scares. Oh, yeah, definitely.
This movie is like actually one of the first movies I've seen in a long time that's like legitimately scary. It doesn't rely on like things just like jumping out at you.
There were jump scares.
There were like 2, but it more relies on mainly on like the atmosphere.
Definitely.
And the characters.
Yeah, like when she got more panicked, the scares got more panicked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it helped to build.
And it helps like this because they take it to the limit. Like there's the characters that die don't just die.
Oh no!
They die horribly.
It's bad. And that was a good thing I liked about the film. I mean, even though these characters were expendable, when they died, you're like, oh shit.
Half of his lines throughout the first like 45 minutes are like, all right, I'll do this for you, but I'm not going any farther. And they go farther. All right, I'll decipher this, but I'm not going to go any farther.
I don't do caves, man.
Why would he walk into the tunnel if he wasn't going to go into the cave?
I'll walk into this cave, and I'm not going any farther.
Yeah, like stop.
All right, I'll cave dive down this manhole, but I'm not going any farther.
Yeah, I mean, there were things that I feel like were shoehorned in to push the plot. Just talking about the build-up of the film, like a lot of found footage films that I know of at least, especially the Blair Witch Project, which I'm a huge fan of, and Paranormal Activity, the first one, they have really slow build-ups. Yeah. And they're very boring. This one actually got right into it, and she's on a bus and she's going to do fun stuff, and I mean it was like bringing you along for the ride for what you were doing, and I mean I liked the build-up of the film.
Yeah.
I think it didn't take unnecessarily long before it really got to like the meat of what was happening.
So writing-wise, I thought it was well-paced. I thought that
I did too.
I did think that the rationale behind why she was so courageous was a bit obscure to me.
Yeah.
Because she was ridiculous. Because she would just go do things.
I mean, like she's like, well, how many people were like in there? Like 6?
I think there were 3. There were 3 of the actual French people.
And then there were
3. So there were 6.
There was her boyfriend.
There was 2 people and 4 expendable people.
Wasn't her boyfriend? They made that pretty clear.
Her man, yeah.
Thank you, Nicole, for setting that up.
Yeah, no, she does. This chick, I don't remember what was her name.
I don't even remember. Was it
Scarlett?
Scarlett, yeah.
Is her name, and she has to get like an old like love interest to translate something
Yeah.
for her.
Out.
To push the
in
film
one
a
of
little
the
bit
dead
more.
languages, she doesn't know
One of
out
the-
of the 6 languages she's fluent in.
Yeah.
So.
And she's like 22 years old. And those 6 languages has like
Professor
4
at
PhDs.
Oxford. Yeah.
I mean, it's obscure. I mean, there are the bad cliches that are in found footage films, but it didn't bother me. Really, there were some scenes that really grabbed me. I mean, you're right. It wasn't scary through a good hour, maybe the first hour of the film, because obviously the last half hour of the third act was the
Yeah.
scariest. It was enough to enjoy for me.
Yeah.
And really, I think that the writing and everything wasn't. The things that stand out on found footage films didn't stand out that much to me. I was actually able to sit back and enjoy the film, which it was enjoyable.
Nichole was hiding under her sweater. And we were like, yes!
But the movie was still like, I was still like half watching because it was like I knew the next part was gonna be good again.
And you know what else though? There was a part where they're in a room with this corpse just like laying on like on a
Oh, that was freaking.
like on basically like a
Yeah, it was like a coffin kind of table.
it was
like
on
an
this-
altar where you
like an
cut
al-
somebody's heart out and then sacrifice them. That's what kind of table.
Bit more
it was.
extreme.
just like that. And like we all were sitting there like it's gonna jump up. The corpse is gonna kill them all. The corpse never moved. So
You could tell that the people that were
claps
making,
for avoiding cliche.
Yeah, that was good actually.
you could tell, at least I could tell, that they set up to make you think that you're gonna get sucked into that cliche thing, like the jump scares.
but they rarely.
and
ever
then they
did.
just did, and they didn't do
Yeah.
it, and it was a twist that I liked because then it did take me off guard. I was like, oh, now where are they going with it? And then
Yeah.
to a genuinely
So
scary thing.
once the scares get going and your heart rate gets up a little bit, it gets like it really kicks in and you're
Yes.
like, wow.
It wasn't what I expected, and I really liked that. It wasn't the cliche found footage film. I had a great time watching it, and I really think I may not watch it again. I mean, maybe because horror movies I have trouble watching again because you know the ending.
Because you know when the
Yeah.
scares are coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I was extremely surprised. I'm gonna give As Above, So Below a 7 out of 10. It's a movie that I would recommend to other people, despite the fact that everybody is talking negatively about it.
For me personally, not my type of movie, but I'm gonna say that there was enough plot and story to it that I found myself watching it, still intrigued. So I'm still gonna say a 6 out of 10, even though I'm not gonna watch it again because I'd probably still be scared the second time around.
Yeah, this is a movie if you have a girl that you like and you want to take her to something where she's gonna be easily scared and then have sex with you afterwards.
Unless it's a bit gory at some. No, I don't want to say gory, but like
A
it's
little bit,
disgusting
little
at
bit.
some. Yeah, but
The
not
death
like.
scenes are impactful.
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
she's gonna be squirmish, I don't know if you want to go that route still.
That's but like if you want to take her and she's gonna be like, oh, I'm so scared. No, I don't fuck that. This is like my rating is see it on a Saturday night if you're bored.
Before we wrap up, one segment I wanted to put in is why should Ferris students go see this movie? For me personally, Ferris students, especially in a town like Big Rapids, you're scraping to find things to do with your friends. Apart from partying and getting shit-faced at the Pike House, I mean, you really are trying to find things to do. And this movie is definitely a fun time if you're going to take along a couple friends and shoot from Schuberg's over to the movie theater. I think it's definitely worthwhile, and it is definitely worth the price of admission for me.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. The movie theater here doesn't show that many like new movies,
No.
so it's like if you're gonna wait for a new movie to come out, this one works, I think.
Yeah, it's entirely serviceable if you want to. If you don't want to go to the Pike House or you're not big into parties and you and your friends are looking for something to do, this movie will pass an hour and 32 minutes by entertainingly.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Catch you next time.